Hello, good afternoon, or good day, whichever part of the country you are. My name is James Olamileko Charles. I just want to make a very short and quick video about Steemit. I came across Steemit not quite long ago. It was introduced to me by a friend of mine who told me about the wonderful opportunities that is in Steemit. Like we all know, Steam is another wonderful currency that is being generated through the blockchain application principle behind blockchain. There's so much to be said, though I know very few or little. I have very little knowledge about Steemit.com. I just want to use this video to introduce myself. I'm 32 years of age, and I'm from Ogun State. I based in Ibadan presently. Uh, I'm a graduate. Yeah, I studied physics with electronics. I finished from Olabisi and Obanjo University, Agogo, Ogun State. Before I came to Ibadan, I've been living all my life in Ogun State, Abeokuta precisely. I did my primary school in Ogun State, my secondary school, also my university education all in Ogun State. And while I was serving, I had the privilege of going to Kebbi State, because that was where I was first posted to. Then from Kebbi, I was deployed to Delta State. That's where I finished my 1 year compulsory NYC service. After finishing my service, I went back home, and from Ogun State, I found myself in Ibadan here. I've been working since then from one job to another. Presently, I'm self-employed. And being self-employed is also another privilege that I have to be an active member of Steemit. Steemit is a wonderful program, a very, very wonderful program that is going to create employment for many youths in Africa. Most of us, we go to the social media to browse, to mix with friends, to make comments, to chat, to do all sort of things that we feel like doing. But only few of us are taking the pain to understand what Steemit is about. If you are able to get few of the concept of Steemit, I'm sure that you will be an employer of labor. Now, let's not deviate too much from why we are here. I'm introducing myself. I'm single, not yet married. Uh, I'm tall. I'm dark in complexion, as you can see. What are the things that I like? Few. And almost everything. I hardly get angry easily. And when I get angry, I kind of like overdo it. What else? What else? What else do I have to say? I'm a Christian, and I so much believe in the Bible. Though sometimes the flesh would make us do things that are contrary to the will of God. And my prayer is that after this, we all would leave this earth and then be able to reign with Christ in heaven. And let me also use this opportunity to tell you this, that it is only two important things that will take you to heaven. If one of them is missing, you're out of the way. Forget it. And what are those two things? In 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16, if I'm right, it says that I think First Timothy, Paul was admonishing Timothy. They said, take heed of thy doctrine. Take heed of thy doctrine. He made mention of doctrine there. He also made mention of character. He was telling Timothy that he should take heed of two things, his character and his doctrine. And when he said his doctrine, he's talking about the doctrine that Jesus Christ gave to the apostles, and the apostles, inclusive Paul, also gave to other people, disciples, evangelists. But if we all want to get to heaven, we must take it, that is, take good cognizance of what we believe in, what we preach, what we practice. Now, if the doctrine that I'm holding on to is not the doctrine of Christ, or I am adding to the doctrine of Christ, or I am removing from the doctrine of Christ, there's no heaven for me. It is important that we should only worship God in the way that He wants, not in the way that we feel like, or the way that we think that if we do it, there's no big deal. At least we are worshiping God now. It's all good. And if you're a sinner, I advise you to kind of like repent. Now, again, not debating too much. It's about me. What else? What else can I say? Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing else to be said. Just that I'm really happy that I found Steemit. And I have this crazy idea, this concept behind my brain, in my mind, that if I can have like 1,000 people that have this same concept with me, man, within 2 months, we'll be employing people, making people to be financially free. Till I come your way again in my next video, I don't know what I'll be talking about then. But to then, stay peace and keep steaming. Keep steaming. Let it keep. I love you guys. One love. Peace. I'm out.